Well, from the perspective of Rosina, she has two men after her, both her guardian, Bartolo, and the one that she likes, who she thinks is a poor student, Lindoro, who turns out to be the Count Almaviva. And she really likes the Count, and she wants to be with him, but Bartolo is trying to stop her, so she does everything in her power to get away from him, and in the end, she succeeds.
That was a good 10 seconds.
Yeah, that was way better than my previous attempt at a 10-second.
Pressure.
Yeah.
And not pressure with the clock.
I think it's your turn now.
It's my turn now?
Yeah.
You know, one aspect that people don't talk about a lot is, why does Bartolo want to marry Rosina?
Money.
Right, because he spent all your dowry.
Right.
He spent all the dowry. And if she gets married, he has no way to pay the dowry because he has no money left.
Plus, doesn't she have some kind of, she has some money from her parents or something that
That's what he spent, yeah.
That's it, that's gone?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
In my opinion, anyway.
Well, the Count doesn't know any of this, so
right.
I just saw this beautiful woman at the Prado in Madrid, and it was love at first sight, and I think the Count is sort of, he's fallen so hard, he's really, he takes a lot of risks and really pushes himself out of his bounds of comfort to get her, and he succeeds in the end. It's worth it.
Yeah, until the next opera when he totally screws her over. But then he's a baritone, so we don't have to get mad at him.
Exactly. That's not me.
That's another season.
We were having a long discussion about what happens during Bartolo's aria, because Bartolo sings this long aria basically to Rosina where he's lecturing her and you know, giving her the what for because she's been disobeying him. And we were trying to decide about their interaction, how they should interact. Should I be very upset with him? Should I be genuinely upset with him? Should I be trying to pull one over on him? And I mean, there's so many different ways to play it. And so we were just trying to find the right one, but you'll have to come to figure out which one we decided.
When you have a cast, the cast is really strong. I mean, I've done this a bunch of times, and it's one of the strongest casts that I've been with. So that in itself is really great, and when you have a great director, you're kind of challenged to bring new ideas and how can I play this different, and what does he want to bring? And then Chris has all of our ideas and our experience and just great instincts from the cast. So then he's challenged and thinking, how am I going to appear like the director and make this and put his signature on it, as well as and really getting the collaboration that goes on. And that's the thing that makes it exciting.
And there are a lot of comedic traditions that are often done in the Barber of Seville, which are sort of performance practice traditions, which are maybe something that someone developed a long time ago and someone thought was funny and therefore kind of got passed down just through word of mouth. And a lot of singers kind of have their own shtick that they bring with them to the character. And the interesting thing about this production is that Chris is sort of stripping away some of that shtick to try to get down to the genuine emotion of the characters and have it be text-based as opposed to what you always do in this role. And so it's a challenge for a singer who's done the role a lot of times to strip that away and go deeper into the character and forget what you've done before. And I think that's a good challenge, something that we like, because it brings a new take on a role that you've done a lot of times.
It feels pretty luxurious for me because I'm the person who has the least experience with this role and this opera and the cast. I've only done this once before, and being with all these people and being with Chris, I feel like I'm getting a really great second shot at it. And I feel like my slate is fairly clean, so it's really nice to fill my slate with such good morsels of
Yeah, we just push him around, actually.
Yep, basically. I like being told what to do.
Yeah.
Stands there, looks pretty, sings pretty, you know. Okay. Within this period of music, you have different styles of singing, which you hear throughout this piece. You have the beautiful soaring melodies that carry through. You have these wonderful coloratura moments that are usually done by these two. And then you have the fast patter stuff, which is done by me, where you just sing word. They sing all the notes, I sing all the words. So
yeah, if we were getting paid per note, we would be richer, but per word, he would definitely be richer. And in this style of music, you get to hear the extremes of the voice, you get to hear the low, the high, all of the flexibility. In addition to it being a great opera because it's a comedy and because it's a fun story, it's really great because you get to hear everything the human voice is capable of doing. And I think that's why it's so popular, because it has both elements.
And in a fun way. The music is, it's kind of like champagne. It's bubbly, it's elegant, it's light, and it's fun.
And one thing I really love about doing comedy is that it changes from night to night, what people laugh at, how much they laugh, what their reactions are. I mean, sometimes you wish that they would be laughing more, but sometimes there's some joke, some moment where one night the audience thinks it's hilarious and you weren't expecting it. And so it's just kind of nice to have that changeability in the interaction with the audience, and to never know what, because maybe you were like gold that night, maybe your delivery of it was perfect, or maybe just they got it, you know, who knows. But I love that element of it, that you kind of never know. I mean, of course you never know how much they're going to clap, how much they're going to cheer, but the laughter especially is something that's always really changeable.
It's, in a way, in comedies, the audience almost feels like they're a character in the show too.
Yeah.
More so than with other things. But that's also part of what makes it harder. You have to really...
Yeah, you have this impulsive
engage.
element that you can't control.
Yes.
You just have to let them laugh at what they're going to laugh at. And if they don't laugh at your joke, you got to just keep going.
And not try to make them laugh. Because the minute you try to make them laugh, then it's not funny
anymore.
It's not funny
at all.
Right.
And then, yeah.